Yeah, here at Ringside Renaissance, we like to go against the grain. And it's not official, it's unsanctioned. A little yeeting there, yeeting here, yeeting there, yeeting everywhere, and we don't give up. So, without further ado, Jesse, ring the bell.
Yo, Kombat Jones, you can't say on the podcast, bro.
All right. Get this started.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we're here with the RRW Weekly Review for WWE Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown and Vengeance Day NXT. And I'm here with the best co-host in the world, Pretty Deadly Jesse. Cheer. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. Click. Clack. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go,
Yeah.
Ringside Renaissance, baby.
Yeah.
Smash that
bowling.
subscribe, hit the like button, drop an elbow on the share if you'd like. Oh, we're back full effect.
Cheer.
Mm.
We ready. We're ready.
Are we?
Craziness. So much craziness in the IWC.
Ooh,
I'm ready to go bowling, baby. I'm ready to go bowling.
okay.
You know? Gotta do our thing. Ringside Renaissance. Yeah.
Oh, banger. Banger.
Didn't want to shut it off, but I had to.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need a sponsorship. So, yeah. What a great week for pro wrestling. We are on the road to Elimination Chamber. The cards or the participants have been set. What a great week of wrestling. I thought Raw last night, as of this recording, was an excellent episode of Raw, probably the best one we've had in quite some time. Maybe since, well, I ain't gonna say the Netflix debut because there's a lot of people that didn't think that was a good episode, but
Oh Lord.
been a lot of fun.
Yeah. SmackDown is doing pretty good with the whole Cody and the Bloodline thing. I guess bringing it back. We got the Elimination Chamber amping up, which kind of threw me with a little bit of a swerve with SmackDown. And then Raw is just off the hook crazy, like with the build and Kevin Owens and Sammy and Gunther and Jay and Roxanne Perez and a whole lot to talk about. And then NXT, Vengeance Day. Crazy.
Wow. We get a big debut of a new faction that almost looks like Shield-esque, the way they came in and just dominated and took things over and walked out. Shout out Osiris. He follows us. He is a member of this currently unnamed faction. We're really looking forward to following along with that and seeing what develops with the story with that. We have a new women's North American champion in NXT. Wow. What a week. We had golf clap that. We had an event happening in Brisbane, Australia with a slightly smaller ring. That's what everybody's complaining about. And boy, what a week of pro wrestling it was, that's for sure. Now, we do have a little bit more clarity of what's going to happen with Elimination Chamber. I'm assuming it's going to be a 5-match card, as they usually do for smaller PLEs. But boy, oh boy. Like you said, SmackDown started out with Cody coming out. Now, I wanted to get your opinion on this when I watched SmackDown.
Okay.
So Cody Rhodes came out to kick off SmackDown, and he was given this little promo about the different people in the Elimination Chamber and how, because Jay picked Gunther, that the Elimination Chamber match is going to determine who faces Cody. And I felt like he took a little, maybe extra time to go on about him and Punk's friendship. And I think that really, to me, was a little bit of a spoiler of who Cody wants to face at WrestleMania.
I sure hope so. By the way things are kind of looking, I mean, I think there's got to be more. There's 6 different outcomes that could go. No spoilers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't spoil it, Kombat Jones.
I know, right? It could, yeah. I'm right either way. Then there's
realistically, there's 4 in the men's, right? Realistically,
yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking more or less 3. I mean, we could get a swerve, and there could be 4.
Okay.
I think the people will not be happy if that's the case, and I'll just say it with Logan Paul. I mean, if Logan Paul somehow wins the Elimination Chamber, riot. People going on strike. The WWE Universe will strike.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that would be such a horrible thing.
If they really wanted to build Cody to be like the ultimate WrestleMania babyface, they'll put him against Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I think that would be the only way they would probably go in that direction. Is because they don't want Cody to be booed at WrestleMania at all.
Right. Or Drew McIntyre. But even then, I don't know. He might.
He's got a following.
And so this also hit me the other day because it somehow just escaped my mind. Like, Roman Reigns is not in the Elimination Chamber match.
No.
He's not in any title match. He's not in nothing. And they said he was hurt, right? Or something, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
What the I don't. So that just like blew my mind like to bits when I kind of realized it, because I just assumed it was going to happen. He was going to be in it, and that kind of leaves some interest and dynamic with Paul Heyman, possibly with CM Punk if Roman's out. And then we got SmackDown starting, like you said, with Cody Rhodes coming out. Then we have Jacob Fatu. And yeah.
I feel like the Bloodline story has kind of shifted over to more of Solo's story now, and not Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Roman Reigns won the Ufalafa back, and ever since then, we've only seen him one time at the Rumble. Like, that was supposed to be the crowning, like, return of the tribal chief, and now it just feels like he's kind of just like an afterthought, like you said. But I think Seth taking him out
losing a little momentum.
Yeah, but I think Seth taking him out at the Rumble, I think that is going to lead to bigger things. They didn't do that whole spot after they got eliminated, just to say they did it, just for Roman to have some time off. It's got to lead to something. That's why I think it's got to be Seth and Roman at Mania.
That's what I want. I don't really want that fatal 4-way people are kind of talking about. I mean, it would be a big thing, or a 3 or a triple threat. It would be big. I mean, I guess I couldn't hate on it, be that mad about it, but I think it would be best for Roman to face Seth straight up at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If he's not facing The Rock. Which doesn't seem like there's anything with the story going on with The Rock.
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of tough, man.
But Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, he just keeps bringing it to a different level. Honestly, I think this is what we're going to see with Jacob Fatu. He's going to become such a huge, huge superstar that he already is, right? The crowd's already behind him. And now they're shifting the story with him and Solo, which is clearly turning around. Their relationship is souring as far as what they're making it seem like what's happening. And I think I think Jacob Fatu has like the ability to be probably one of the biggest anti-hero wrestlers we saw in a long time without having to even go face or go heel and literally stay the exact same he is and have the crowd completely behind him.
Oh, I agreed 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hear the crowd behind him when he came out to confront Cody. Like,
Right.
there was a smattering in the crowd that was behind Jacob against the face of the company, you know?
Yeah.
And Tama Tonga's kind of like a cool little sidekick, like the little like wild card sidekick. But we got to
Yep.
remember Tonga Loa is going to return, and like that could just flip the whole thing upside down because I think Jacob
whose side? Yeah.
Jacob Fatu is going to have to take a back seat to Tonga Loa when he comes back because I think
Oh.
that's really the true breakout.
Okay.
That's
Cha,
that.
cha, 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 cha. Yeah,
Oh.
his mic skills are unmatched also. Just give him
His
a belt and let him throw
belt-holding
it up there.
skills.
Yeah.
They should give him the eye patch back. I think that's really when he shined as a superstar of the WWE, is when he just randomly had an eye patch on.
One-eyed Joe.
But yeah,
One-eyed Willie.
I see him every day, about 3 or 4 times. I beat him like he owes me money. So while they were talking, Solo Sikoa arrives at the arena, and Jacob was pissed off. Like, he wasn't even like happy to see his tribal chief. He was frustrated and forgot all about Cody, and they all wanted to like take off and go confront Solo, but
Right.
Jacob pushed Cody back and said, you know,
I better talk. I'm gonna go talk to him first. I'm gonna get the first word.
Family business.
That's fine, but I'm gonna get the last word.
So, Jacob, what do you want to talk about? Yeah, so when Jacob went back to talk to Solo, kind of I don't know, Solo is just kind of,
Yeah.
like I said last week, like the last act of a desperate man. He's trying to get his ducks back in a row, man. Whoever knew if you lost a chili necklace, like your whole life would fall apart.
Yeah.
But they really, they're really
Them
making
things
that
is
a
hard to
thing.
get too. Like,
Yeah.
we've been trying on Etsy, this, that,
Yeah.
and the other. Like, the orders keep getting declined.
Whoever declined my order twice on Etsy for an oofalafa, you're really taking away from the ambiance of this podcast.
Yeah. Do you have to
I
like
paid
submit a
$47
DNA
twice?
Yeah, maybe you have to submit your DNA to prove that you're actually Samoan for, you know.
Gonna have to do a 23andMe first.
Yes. I got you though.
I appreciate that, man.
I can make it happen for you, maybe.
Oh, you know a guy?
I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Just inject some Samoan in me.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay, appreciate
one way
that.
or another. I might be able to make that happen. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
If I do a 23andMe and there's even 0.01% Samoan in my blood, I will give a lucky fan $500 on this show, because there ain't no way on God's green earth I am Samoan. No way.
I will call you Oos every day of the week.
I'd get one of them tribal tattoos.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Could you imagine? Call everyone Oos.
Full body.
Man, great.
Full body.
Full button.
The old school way. Tap, 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 tap.
I ain't got time for that. It wouldn't take a lot of time to do my Willie Johnson, though. Our first match of the night was an Elimination Chamber qualifier, Naomi against Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
I can't stand Chelsea Green.
I was a little taken back because I thought they were maybe going to put her in the chamber, because she's kind of grown in popularity. You know, they gave her the championship. The fans are behind her. Like, she gets a reaction, that's for sure. But they got to tell the story with Naomi and Bianca and Jade, which I don't know. This whole swerve with the video.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. Yeah, that's definitely a swerve.
Yeah.
What's funny is that that just we can get into that too after the match. Obviously, Naomi wins; she qualifies for the chamber. That means both mid-card women's champions lost in the past week in qualifying matches, the Intercontinental Champion and the United States Champion. Not a good look,
Nope.
Paul Levesque. But, yeah, so what you're saying later on, Bianca and Naomi were backstage with Nick Aldis, and he said we got an anonymous cell phone video of the attack, and it showed Jade laying on the car,
Right.
and Bianca running out, and it showed Liv and Raquel walking through the parking lot.
Right. Which I don't
Who
understand that show. Yeah, who took the video too? Yeah.
Well, it must be Naomi took that video
I mean,
and anonymously submitted it to make it look like Liv and Raquel.
at this point, I don't know. Maybe it was that new group. They attack everybody. Like I don't know.
I don't know.
God.
What I didn't see was the Wheatley tour bus. So maybe it was Brandy Rhodes recording it from outside the Wheatley tour bus. Maybe she's the one that attacked Jade Cargill.
The price is right. The price is wrong.
So can we at least agree on that? I don't know about you, but I don't think Liv and Raquel did it. I think that they show off when they do stuff like that, like when they attacked Rhea in the NXT parking lot and stuff like that. And I think whoever recorded the video is going to be the culprit and the one that actually did do it. And they just happened to record Liv and Raquel as kind of like a scapegoat type thing.
Yeah, because they're playing it off. The people on somebody on the IWC called them out, and they responded to it, and they're playing it off like they're, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Switch.
Yeah, bait and switch.
Yeah. The true scapegoat, shout out Jack Perry sitting at home in Cucamonga collecting a check because his gimmick didn't work. So, yeah. The Motor City Machine Guns defeated Los Garza. It was a solid tag match. I like how they're featuring more tag matches on a fairly regular basis. I mean, this was kind of, to me, not anything more than just to get Motor City Machine Gun a win on TV, but it was a decent match, but I don't think anybody thought Los Garza was going to beat Motor City Machine Guns. I mean,
yeah, they're there for a reason. That's what they do.
Yeah,
that's
they're
great in the ring. Motor City's great in the ring.
Yeah, and yeah, it served its purpose, I guess. What didn't serve its purpose is that Pretty Deadly, after getting the biggest win, not only of their year, but of WWE's year.
Talk to him.
Doesn't even show up. Like, doesn't even get featured on SmackDown.
Right.
Like, we're talking about the greatest a generational tag team.
Right.
Like, move aside Usos, you guys couldn't keep it together. New Day, hey, you know what they say? New Day sucks. New Day sucks. Motor City Machine Guns, they're a great tag team of their time, but let's face it. Yeah. They're in the top of the ninth inning. They're about out the door. Pretty Deadly is the future. The fact that they're not even being featured on SmackDown after beating the tag team champions.
Yeah.
Biggest letdown of the week.
Unbelievable. I mean, you may want to look at it in a positive way. Maybe they are somehow, budget was approved for getting that win. They are somewhere filming Pretty Deadly, the musical.
You never know. If I'm telling you, if they have a match at WrestleMania and their entrance is a whole musical with Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'm telling you,
yeah, what you gonna do?
It's gonna seal the deal as them as the greatest tag team of all time. Legit, I'm not even joking.
I've been repping you hard with that too. I've been having you. I got your back. You got my back. Right, and I got your back, and I've been going around the IWC, and I've been repping for you.
Appreciate that.
I put it out there, and I said, Pretty Deadly, first ballot Hall of Famers. Yeah,
It's not even a debate. I mean, I don't even know why people
Come and
would
see
have
me.
other opinions.
Right.
Yeah, it is what it is. But you know what? They can't make it to the Hall of Fame if some backstage politics is keeping them off from TV.
That's what we do. Slick talk, pain, and torture, baby. Yeah. To quote Jadakiss. There we go.
Okay. Here we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Quan. My coworker is a big Jadakiss fan.
Yeah.
I told him he has to listen to real music.
Hello, X. Hey.
Yeah. I'm just playing. Shinsuke Nakamura came out to the ring and cut one of the most Shinsuke Nakamura promos that he's ever done, because he was struggling to remember his lines, I think. Do you think he really knows like English?
That's all he knows how to do.
Yeah.
That's like the thing that bothers me the most about the international stuff. And you can't blame them. Like, you can't force these people to conform or do this or that. And they're so good in the ring and they do all the other great stuff. But then when it comes time on the mic, sometimes it becomes a little disappointing with the story.
Yeah, that's why managers would be would be like really beneficial, especially now they're bringing on in all these international stars. At this point, shout out Sarah that follows us. She's always watching our shows and commenting on X and elsewhere and stuff. She was actually live at SmackDown this week, so Shinsuke Nakamura is one of her favorites, so she was excited to see that. So
shout out Sarah.
Victoria was actually there as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a few others that follow along with us. We see your pictures when you all go to events and stuff. Like, we do see your pictures, and hope you all have a great time and stuff. But LA Knight came out, and the juxtaposition here, because him like talking smack to LA or to Shinsuke Nakamura was amazing. But when the Miz came out, I felt like they lost the crowd.
Right.
Like, it started out hot, but then it was kind of just like they were like fishing for stuff to throw at each other.
And how can you expect Shinsuke to respond to that? I mean, there's not much people that can really stand toe to toe with LA Knight, honestly, on the microphone, regardless of how he's going in WWE right now. He's kind of, his stock has gone down a little bit. I'm not saying his mic skills have gone anywhere or anything like that, but it is what it is.
He's still over with the crowd, and
the Miz is there, but he's not, in a big title picture. It's not. He's back to playing his position again.
Can you believe all these people that are so against Jey Uso going for a world title at WrestleMania are the same people that accept that the Miz defended the WWE title at WrestleMania against John Cena and won? Like,
I mean, it's the same people that are fine with everything that Randy Orton was when he came into the business, but hate on CM Punk for being backstage and having a chip on his shoulder and being hard to work with and all that. But Randy Orton gets a pass, but Punk doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
I mean, even if you may take an Ambien to go to sleep once in a while. Shout out to Jeff Hardy. Yeah.
I think Jeff Hardy's probably 37 days clean of Ambien right now.
I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment for him.
Yeah, every day is a miracle.
One day at a time.
That's right. Yeah, so appreciate that. Appreciate the shout out. So it ended up being I love how this is funny how it worked out. LA Knight came out in his ring gear, cut a promo on Shinsuke. The Miz came out in his ring gear, cut a promo on LA Knight. They're cutting a promo on each other. Then Nick Aldis comes out and says, "Oh, you guys are having a match right now." Well, no shit, Sherlock. They're wearing their ring gear. Like, they didn't just come out in jeans and a vest or something like.
Right. Like DIY the Dicks got last week. Were pretty deadly. Pretty Deadly
that was cool how that worked out.
Yeah,
Like it made it a
yeah.
little bit more. But them both coming out in their ring gear. I'm sure the Miz doesn't walk around in tighty whities like
right
backstage unless he's ready to. Now, if you were ever a pro wrestler, would you wear like the
oh god
like the grape smugglers or?
Oh man, if I was to do that, I would have to hit leg day for a few years in a row first. If I was gonna, and then like shaving, I don't know. I would have to like fill my legs completely with tattoos. I don't think I could do it. I think if I make like a player in like WWE 2K25, if I was to make myself, I would probably like pull off like a John Moxley-esque type of like cargo pants, some boots, maybe come out with a t-shirt, a little vest, maybe like a little bit cut off or something like that. I think that's my look. That's Kombat Jones,
I just I'm the same way, and I don't think that I could pull off like the trunks because
I don't know how Punk does it either. I don't know how any of these like and he's not, I mean Ricky Starks, I mean Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I know. Mine it would look like I'm carrying
yeah.
It's kind of tough, man. It looks like I'm smuggling a bugle and 2 grapes into a movie theater. It just wouldn't work out too well. Cargo pants it is. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page about that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I could go full Darby Allin and wear leggings.
That'd be awesome.
With shorts.
I feel like I was at a show at Coffee Camp every time Darby Allin comes out, like with the leggings, with the shorts. Shout out Coffee Camp.
Coffee Camp, baby. Yeah.
So
twice a day.
Twice a day. That's right.
Twice a day.
That's right. Would you do leg day twice a day to get into those trunks?
No, I don't know.
You could grow your thighs, your calves, your quads, but there's no growing your goad,
Well, you never know.
Pop 3 Viagra before every match just to make it look presentable.
I mean,
okay. I'm sorry.
God made me short, but it is what it is. I don't. Yeah,
it's proportionate. I got you. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry for your loss. So LA Knight defeated The Miz here. I think this is kind of just building to Shinsuke and LA Knight again, I guess, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
These recycled matches, and I'll talk about it more on Raw, but like they got so much potential with all this talent on both shows, and like they just recycle matches over and over again, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, and I don't know if the numbers are correct with like SmackDown and the viewership and how much it's like really dropped compared from some things I've seen, but not surprised either in a way with
maybe it might be because moving to 3 hours too, they might drop at like 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? People just getting tired and going to bed or something.
And people know Roman ain't showing up and this and that. You only got this guy on there, that guy on there, this woman on there, this woman on there. Like,
in a lot of ways, a lot of the superstars are on Raw right now because of Netflix and doing that whole thing. So, and that's understandable. And Netflix has such a broader reach, like they,
And on the other hand, NXT is on CW and it's doing great,
Mm-hmm.
So,
shout out NXT. Carmelo Hayes, a NXT original, finally got a win over R-Truth, and I don't know if that means much because R-Truth never wrestles, and when he wrestles, he doesn't win. So,
right.
But it was good to see Melo get a win because he has ate a lot of losses, and he didn't really have that great of a performance in the Rumble this year. So for him to get a win on SmackDown, I think kind of pushes him a little bit in the right direction.
Yeah, he's good at talking that shit, even if he doesn't back it up. But
yeah, I'm gonna say you're a big Melo fan, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think he plays his part when it comes to building up other people up and talking shit. But with R-Truth is unfortunately at that point where what'd you think was going to happen?
Yeah, he's just happy to be there. Yeah,
right. I watched they had put a new R-Truth documentary. I think it was from a few years back, but they had put it from the vault or whatever on the YouTube, and wow.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's a good one. R-Truth, yeah. To learn his whole story, very crazy, very crazy. Yeah.
You know, him and Pac-Man Jones were tag team champions in TNA, right?
Yep.
The football player Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Okay.
Probably one of the worst tag teams in history.
Cake Quick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Cake Quick. Ooh. Man.
Yeah.
Back in the day. He seems like he's been wrestling since like 1974.
Like, I mean, he's been wrestling a while. It's crazy, and like the things he's overcame in life, and like where he was at, and like kind of like things just kind of happened for him. It was a very good story. Like very, very, very heartwarming. I would say. You know, it's good to see R-Truth at least be on there on the show. But
Booker T is another one that if you watch his documentary, like a lot of stuff he went through when he was young and stuff and overcame.
Yep.
Yeah. And apparently Damien as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. We could be his replacement on NXT, bro. We just did his whole thing.
Oh baby.
Whoop that trick, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Pretty much all he does. He's got a one-trick pony. Tiffy defended her title against Nia Jax, ended a disqualification. Candice LeRae interrupted, but it doesn't look like Nia Jax even cared.
Candice LeRae sucks.
Okay.
She
you think
like
so?
She's just there just to be there. Like she's like the friend that people just like keep around and like nobody notices. Like she just walk around with like nobody. Like she is interchangeable. They could put anybody in that position, and
it's funny. Like every friend group has one of those people.
Exactly.
Like one.
Like somebody got to take that person for the team or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
And if in your group of friends you don't know who that person is, you're that person because every group's got one of them.
We definitely had a few. Yeah.
There's a few interworking parts or interchangeable parts. Yeah. What a time to be alive.
I know,
right? So Charlotte came out, announced that she's officially challenging Tiffy at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. I'm interested to see where that goes or how it goes. I don't know if Charlotte's going to be the one to put out. Charlotte needs to have a couple matches, right? Like leading up to WrestleMania. Like
she doesn't even have a match besides the Rumble.
The Rumble.
Which is, in
like a year and a half. I mean, you think she'd have to try to get some ring rust out somewhere.
That's a good point. I completely agree. Yeah, you think they're going to have some type of tag match or something leading up. Like they're going to have to build this other than just on the mic. If Tiffy still has not proven that she can hang on the mic with Charlotte Flair yet, like after a couple weeks ago, she's going to have a rebuttal this week.
Yeah.
Like you only get so many chances.
Look,
before you lose
only
the people.
Had one shot.
One shot.
One opportunity.
Yeah.
To seize everything you ever wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the rest.
Yeah. 1 tiff, 2 tiff, 3 tiff, 4 tiff, 3 tiff, 2 top, tiff, 1. No tiff, none. Charlotte's a champion.
That's a champion.
WrestleMania. She won. Yeah.
41. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Did you see that The Rock posted on his IG story or something the other day, him watching Casino?
No.
And where is WrestleMania going to be this year?
Oh, it's in Las Vegas.
Casinos.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
That's interesting.
To end the night, we had our good old friend DP in a triple threat match. So DP would be possible here against Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman.
That's true. Yep. Bondage Undertaker.
Why is there so much Damien Priest hate? Like, I don't think he did anything bad.
No, I don't hate him. I don't hate him for being the Bondage Undertaker. I think it's hilarious. I have no problem with Damien Priest whatsoever.
That's the thing, but on the internet, and like, listen, I'm about done with all. I'm about done with all of you people on the internet because it's just too much. It's like you all root for one person and want one person to win, and then when that person wins, you're gonna start hating on them just to hate on them. Like,
right?
It doesn't make any sense, and like, y'all trying to get people to block other people because people don't like you. It's like, this is like, we're in high school again. Like, come on, man.
Right.
I like DP, you know?
Yeah, me too.
Along with a couple other things, DP is probably one of my most searched things in my phone. So the fact that there's so much hate against him, I really just don't understand it.
Right. Especially with DP and bondage gear. I mean,
yeah, bondage would probably be another hot search in my engine. But I think a lot of people were upset that Jacob Fatu didn't win here. But if Jacob Fatu won here, he would have to lose in the Elimination Chamber. So
yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because it threw me for a loop because I was like, Jacob Fatu's winning that. Like, he's going to the Elimination Chamber. But I understand where you're coming from now with like kind of protecting him and keeping him out of that, especially once they're shifting the thing because Solo was trying to hold him back, and you've seen the look that Jacob gave him, and you don't with Jacob,
no,
you don't with the Fatu. You know,
and he didn't eat the
pin.
At the end of the day, Braun Strowman took the pin, so
right.
That protected him having it in a triple threat, and then Solo Sikoa ended up spiking Tama Tonga, and my goodness, he's not gonna anymore.
What a shit show! Yeah,
but yeah, that ended SmackDown. It was the 3 hours kind of dragged for me on SmackDown. I think maybe because it's the end of the week. I get home from work, I sit down, I put it on, and it's just like, let us.
Yeah, it was SmackDown. It was good. And shout out to the Holy podcast for letting me come on and represent and say a few things at the end of their show. That was very nice of them.
Last Friday after SmackDown.
Yeah,
this past Friday. Okay.
Well, it's something like that. Yeah. Yeah. You. Yeah.
Cut it. So
I cut a Kevin Owens promo from the gym.
Okay. Working out.
Yeah.
Listen, Kombat Jones.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do what I do.
That's right.
I make
Kombat Jones just doesn't naturally become a mighty hunk of man meat. He has to do some squat thrusts.
I gotta do a lot just to look like a normal person. Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Unfortunately,
I got a man gut and haven't seen my willy. That was SmackDown, man. It's funny because every weekly show that we watch gets us one more mile, we'll say, down the road to WrestleMania in Las Vegas, Nevada. And
Las Vegas.
So quickly before we go to Raw, do you just want to mention Vengeance Day that happened this Saturday?
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, Stephanie Vacour is the new Women's North American Champion.
Yeah. Let me just say that I love Stephanie Vacour, and I've absolutely love the move when she traps the head in the knees and bangs it off the.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's like my most loved and most hated move because
Okay.
they need to stop flailing their arms and selling it too much.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, like I know it's great to oversell, but that it's just like every time it's just like
It's for the sound.
I don't know.
Sounds
That's
like
just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great move. Like you don't see that. It's very original, but everybody can't sell it the same. It's like the stunner. Everybody got to take it a little bit, take it a different way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to
girl
switch
takes
up
it
the position. Like.
And not every time. It doesn't sound like clapping every time. I got you.
Yeah.
So then we had Obafemi retained his NXT Championship, and what we talked about, this new faction came in and kind of did the deed,
cleaned house.
Man.
Can't wait to see who that is. We gotta get the inside information on that. Like,
we have some inside information.
We got some inside information, and that was that. But that's all
exactly.
I can say.
And we can't talk about it, but like when
right.
Yeah. So Ringside Renaissance knows, and you guys don't. So Julia retained her title.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that there was any doubt, because Bayley, and now when we find out on Raw, Roxanne Perez are both in the Elimination Chamber. It wouldn't make sense for them to bring the NXT Women's title there.
Cora Jade is building for sure.
Yeah.
I think gaining momentum. Yes,
she's eventually going to be there, but not right now.
And she's still one of my favorites, and it kind of sucks. It hurts because it's like that she loved wrestling for so long and has been doing it for so long and really trying, but she kind of still missing at some points, in my opinion. Even though I know and I think she is going to be a huge star, and she's already obviously there, but it's just weird how it works.
Yeah,
it's too bad.
It's just you got to be there at the right place at the right time, and like unfortunately, like Cora Jade's really good, along with like Kalani Jordan and all of these NXT stars, even Roxanne Perez to an extent, But it's at a time now where Stephanie Vacour came in, and then Julia came in, and then what's the other one I'm thinking? I can't ever remember her name. Oh my god, she's so good. She wears the red.
I don't know.
Yep, she came in too.
Yep,
and it just sucks because they're so talented that they kind of push their way to the front of the line. And but I think Cora Jade's still going to get it. I think she's still
So Stephanie Vacour, she's she's getting it for sure. She's definitely going to be the champion. So I think Stephanie Vacour come in, got the championship. Julia come in, got the championship. Now we're here. Where do we go from here now?
Oh, you know where we're going to go.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
We're going to get into that 69 Chevy convertible.
Woo!
Put the top down.
Cheer.
Put on some sweet, sweet sounds.
Yeah.
For the ride down south.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina. We're taking that ride. Let's take that ride.
Okay.
To Monday Night Raw. Okay.
I was on the low rider. I got in the low on that one.
I got
you. Yeah.
We have made it. Let's take our next stop on the road to WrestleMania to Monday Night Raw.
We will get it sooner or later.
We got it. It was pretty close.
Yeah.
There's a delay. I'll just
Yeah.
follow you next time. We were in Charlotte, North Carolina. This kicked off with the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, coming out to the ring and saying he wasn't medically cleared to compete, but he wanted a piece of Kevin Owens' ass. And he said, Kevin, you're going to be in Toronto? That's funny because I'm going to be in Toronto too. And I'm ready for a fight. Whoo-wee.
Yes. Sami Zayn, bringing the fire.
Yeah. Sami really sold. Sami and Adam Pearce both in this promo sold this match so well. It was
right. And you got to respect Adam Pearce too, and somebody in that type of position. You know, it kind of hit me, and I was thinking about it, and it's like, because he doesn't wrestle at all, right? And to be like one of these GMs and to come out and have to come out and like really sell these things and build these matches without doing anything else and really get people to buy into it, you got to be really good at your job.
Yeah.
And he's really good at his job. Like, the way the GMs are on Raw and SmackDown right now are the best that they've had and been in a long, long, long time. Maybe if ever. Like, I honestly,
I can't wait to see if Nick Aldis ever gets back in the ring, because he is.
Yeah, I want somebody to test him. I want somebody to test him, to try him. Yeah.
But yeah, so an unsanctioned match hasn't happened in WWE in quite some time, and for them to put over like how dangerous and how just not, I'm trying to think of the right word, it's just a very dangerous match. There's nothing that can stop the match, and Adam Pearce was very reluctant to. He sanctioned an unsanctioned match here.
It's
I can't sanction official. That, but if you want it, I'm making it official. So that's okay. That's kind
of. You can do whatever you're gonna do. He can do it to you. He can do whatever, and I can't stop him.
Why did Adam Pearce have to give him the match? If it's unsanctioned, it means that nobody agreed to it. So
I thought we were almost gonna get like a parking lot type of brawl or something at first. If it was in Montreal, we would have got it.
The Toronto turmoil match. Oh,
yeah,
man,
if it would have been in Montreal, like if
I love the Montreal.
Then Kombat Jones would be there too, like without a doubt. Oh man, but could you imagine Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in Montreal in like a Montreal street fight? That's where they're from.
You might as well go to Toronto. You ain't got anything else going on now. I mean.
Yeah,
you're gonna go stand with a sign somewhere.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah, if I'm not living in a cardboard box, I don't. Yeah.
You can go stay somewhere else. You know,
they might not let me in. I don't know. Yeah, I'll find somewhere to stay, I guess. But
that's right.
Can't stay here, but you gotta go home. You don't have to go home.
So I really, really like the way they sold this match, because there might be a lot of young fans that really don't even know what an unsanctioned match is. So, and Adam Pearce was like, oh, if he drops you on your head, if he gives you another package pile driver, if he fights you on the concourse, everything else, I can't stop it. Mm-hmm. So then Sami Zayn said, oh, so if I drop him on his head, if I give him a package pile driver, if I fight in the concourse, you can't stop it. So reiterated that he wants to do those things to Kevin Owens. I really wish, a part of me wishes this would be a WrestleMania match.
Yeah,
but I understand why they're doing it in Canada, and I think the WrestleMania match is Randy and Kevin. So, this kind of has to be where it's at, and I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Go back and watch some of their Ring of Honor street fights they had and stuff.
El Generico and Kevin Steen.
Oh, they were brutal.
Yeah.
They were very brutal.
He ain't lying. They have the best chemistry. They've known each other that long. They've been doing it for that long. There's nothing fictitious about that.
Yeah.
They work well, very well together. They know each other. Like you said, they know each other. They're probably the longest rivalry between any two people in wrestling that in reality that goes back that far.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
If not one of them, one of the few.
Yep. And it's funny because Sami said that, nobody goes back as far as you and I go. And then when Adam Pearce came back, Sammy said, "Oh, you've been right with us since day one." So Adam Pearce goes back with you guys then at that point,
Daddy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Let's make a triple threat unsanctioned match while we're at it. Judgment Day are still arguing backstage. Dom wants to bring in a new member.
He wants to add something to the group to spice things up a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that's going to happen? They talk about it enough that I think at some point it's going to happen.
Who is it? Who?
I think that Finn's going to add somebody and kick Dom out.
I mean, I think he's going to add Liv to his Rolodex and kick Dom out.
She's already in there.
Yeah. He's probably got the hotel room key too still.
Those jean shorts are disgusting.
Oh, you seen them?
So gross. How can you not see them? No, I could barely see them because they were cut almost right off, and the part that wasn't cut off was wedged up her ass crack. So,
she wasn't wrestling in those
She's
things.
disgusting, bro. Absolutely disgusting.
She's doing her job. She's doing the job to the best of her abilities. She is
Being
the
a
female
dirty whore?
version of MJF.
Ugh.
Yes.
No, not please.
Yes. Let's get back on that thing.
But yeah, so Dom keeps saying he wants a new member. Finn saying they're not getting a new member. I feel like that there's playing something bigger with that. There's going to be something's going to happen there. I don't see what it could be. I don't see any potential people that could be a member unless they bring a new person in.
Right.
But I feel like Finn's going to eventually bring a new member in to kick Dom out.
Yeah, it's getting played out too with all this. It's gonna have to give here soon.
This is what I'm thinking. Ready? My bold prediction.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't my official prediction.
Okay.
But I think Liv's gonna win the Elimination Chamber.
Ooh.
She's gonna fight Rhea.
Say it again. Say it again.
Who else is gonna win it?
Liv, baby.
Nobody else that can win it. So
she's got the record for most Elimination Chamber matches already.
Yeah, and how many has she won?
I don't know. I don't remember.
0.
Oh,
0.
Shit.
That's the answer. So Liv's going to win the Elimination Chamber. We're going to see Liv versus Rhea again, and it's going to be at WrestleMania. But they're going in between that, Finn's going to kick Dom out of the Judgment Day, and at WrestleMania, that's when Rhea's going to come out. Finn's going to be in Liv's corner, and then Rhea's going to come out and have Dom in her corner to make sure Finn doesn't get involved.
And then we're going to get the switch.
Uniting. Yep.
Okay. I can get with it. I mean, even though we're kind of like redoing the same thing with Liv and Rhea, which I am a Liv fan. I love to hate her, but
imagine the pop when Rhea and Daddy Dom get reunited. So AJ Styles defeated Dominic Mysterio. It was a pretty good match. Nothing.
It will be a bigger pop than Buddy Matthews' ankle got in Australia.
Okay, you win the joke of the week. That's I should have said my package in trunks was smaller than an AEW ring. That probably would have been funny, but
there you go.
AJ Styles defeated Dom. It was a good singles match to have AJ Styles kind of get back into the swing of things. Carlito tried interrupting, and that was foiled. We had the women's IC title #1 contender match, Dakota Kai against Ivy Nile. In this whole match, I was sitting there thinking, man, the Raw women's division is real good. Like, Ivy Nile's real good. Yeah. And Dakota Kai...
Mikey wanted her to win the Royal Rumble.
That's right.
That's
right. Anyway...
shout out to Mikey.
Shout out Mikey. All love. So... the IC title #1 contender match, I thought this was all the way good until the finish. Because I think Ivy Nile should have won this match.
Okay. You think they just cater into the fans a little bit with Dakota Kai?
Yeah, well, for two reasons. Because Ivy Nile and Lyra Valkyria have been having all the backstage interactions the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So it just was building to like Ivy Nile and Lyra for the title. And on top of that, Lyra for Dakota was the match for the IC title. So it's just recycling the match again. Just
Yeah,
like we're
why?
getting on SmackDown, recycling the matches again.
Yeah, why is it a rematch? I don't, and it's like there's no clear person to root for either. For the
Yeah, right. And I don't think they're going to have Lyra drop the title in her first defense.
I would think not.
I just don't.
What's
get
the point? Yeah, where are they going? Like, why are we adding another layer here when we can just move on to where we're going with this title and the story that it needs to go to?
Right. And so that's what we're going to get, Dakota and Lyra for the IC title at a future date. Lyra Valkyria is my pick. She's probably one of my favorite female wrestlers right now. So then we had what you've been waiting to talk about this whole time, Kombat Jones, the Gunther promo heard round the world.
Yeah.
My goodness, this was masterclass.
I thought it was. As soon as I seen him out in the crowd, out in the concession stand area, waiting to walk in, I'm like, oh, here he goes.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I didn't know if he was going to hit the music. Yeah, I didn't know if he was going to hit the music. I want to feel like Jay. I want to feel like Jay Uso. I want to yeet.
So
I want to know what it feels like, Jay. I want to know what it feels like.
This is masterclass heel work.
Wow. Yeah.
The little nuances. At one point, he was standing there talking, and this little kid was up close to him. He turned and looked at this kid and said, "You better move before something bad happens to you."
I was so like MJF would have did it. I was hoping he called the kid chubby. I was like, get your chubby ass out the way, little kid. Like, I was hoping he couldn't have done it. It wouldn't have been nice. I'm not condoning that in any type of way, but I'm just saying the crowd might have attacked him. They might have erupted.
Nuclear heat, bro.
Yeah.
So good. I want to feel like it's like the BJ, and he gets up on the announce table.
Let's yeet. Yeah. And then he told us it stinks over here. He's talking to the people like, you smell bad. Like,
oh man,
honestly, I think going back, like my memory is shot, but for no good reason at all. But I think this may be my favorite Gunther promo moment of all time.
Yeah, agreed.
At least that I can remember now.
Yeah.
At this time in the morning with everything, but yeah.
It makes me want to see Jay whip his ass.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what Gunther is doing. He is making everybody want Jay to whip his ass. And like perfect.
He did it so good. Yeah.
So good. He gets up on the table and he says, "Oh, let me ask the expert, Pat, Michael, do you think Jay could beat me?" Pat played this off so well. Like Pat and Gunther kind of have like a side feud that's been going on for a long time. But Pat, Pat says and then Gunther looks like he's going to attack Pat, and Jey Uso comes out for the save.
Yeah. Pat held it down too. He didn't cower. He said, I want to see a little bit of yeeting, a little yeeting here and yeeting there, yeeting everywhere." Michael Cole said, I don't think if that was the right thing to say, Pat.
Yeah. Pat,
thanks for having my back,
trouble, Pat.
Mike.
Oh man, such great work. I like I said, the haters are going to hate on this, but like it's just making me want to see it more.
Right. I mean, Gunther is what he is. You know, Gunther is in the ring. Sometimes people may be like, it is what it is, right? He's sound. Like, he's a great wrestler. He's great on the mic. He's great. He knows what to do on the mic to put that person over. We've seen it with everybody he's gone up against. Mm-hmm. Now, when I say he's like an old school type of wrestler in the ring, it's like that's why he may turn some people off in ways like that, because they may see it as like boring or like old fashioned or something. But he embodies that. That's his style. Right. And that also is where he comes from. Mm-hmm. And that type of wrestling, you know, and where he's come along from in the company and being that champion and being the bigger Gunther and being smaller Gunther now, and he embodies it all.
Well, and back in the day when that was like the norm for wrestlers,
Right.
when the high flyers came around, it was
Right.
like so different that it was entertaining.
Yes.
Now everybody wants the high flying moves and the big spots and everything else. Sequences, that's a term I cannot stand in the IWC. Oh, check out this sequence that these two wrestlers had. Shut up. But all of that is such a normal thing now that like the technical smash mouth like mat wrestler is unique now. So Gunther's style is like unique because it's just not every day you see that.
It's very true.
I appreciate it so much, like that he kind of embodies that and like doesn't steer away from that for try to get crowd reaction or anything. He just sticks to what he is and does it really well.
Yeah, and he's putting Jay over. Just can't say it enough. So good.
Yeah,
good for Jay. Good for him. Like,
yeah.
At first, I was like, Jay and Gunther again. Like, here we, secondary title, WrestleMania. But the way that he built this up, man, he got me hyped for it. Like, Jay came out, I was just like, hype. Let's go. Like,
let's go.
Yeah, and Jay with that little deke like on the security up at the top of the that deke was so good he could play. He could have scored more points than the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like that deke there, like how did he ever get by them? Like how did they ever not stop?
I thought you were going to say you could play for the Knicks, but it doesn't take much talent to play for the Knicks.
Come on. So, that's not true. You about to see. We're going to see.
Okay.
Come April. It's over.
Yeah. You don't follow basketball till April.
you're gonna be wearing a Knicks jersey when the Celtics lose to the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. I would not do that. They can't even make it to the conference finals. So
we'll see. You want to put it on the line?
What are we going to bet?
I'm saying if the Knicks beat the Celtics, you got to win. You got to wear a Knicks something Knicks. Just and if the Celtics beat the Knicks, I'll wear something from Boston.
No.
No?
No, I'll wear something from the Knicks. But if I think that if you win, or if the Celtics win, you got to wear a two-piece bikini and put the yellow sunscreen on your nose for an episode.
Oh, jeez. I don't know about that.
Yeah. We'll talk off camera about it.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I'll have to look in the mirror a few times at it and see if I can pull it off.
Gonna have to take a few more trips to that gym.
Yeah, I'll pull a Ricky Starks at least. I'll help. I don't know.
All right, so Penta defeated Pete Dunne. He's still undefeated in WWE. Kaiser came out, and looks like they're going to kind of do this three-way feud between those guys for a bit, which I'm okay with. Even if Kaiser and Dunne become a tag team, and that's a alleyway for Rey Fenix to come in and join Penta eventually.
Penta's great.
Yeah, Penta's really good. Really good. Really charismatic. Pete Dunne is good with what he does. I'm not I'm not a huge Pete Dunne fan, but what he does very well, and I can really respect and appreciate that.
Yeah, the match brought the best out of Pete too.
Yeah.
Penta did.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Jay cut a fire backstage promo, as the kids say.
He was trying to keep it together. He almost burst out laughing when he started. They had to take the camera off of Kathy Kelly because she was laughing and smiling the whole time. You could tell he was about to pull an SNL moment and Sami Zayn bloodline moment and completely lose it, because we know the Usos they got to do all they could do to keep it together. Yeah,
they're just having a good time.
We're just having a good time. Good time.
Quickly to wrap up here, the Roxanne Perez defeated Raquel Rodriguez for the Elimination Chamber qualifier. I thought they were both really good in the ring. Raquel is really good in the ring.
Yeah, she's gotten better. She's back now that she had came back a while ago. She's back in it now. She's looking herself. She's playing into the part that she's playing. I like this Raquel more than the old version of Raquel now that she's here, and she get better hopefully with it. Yeah.
During the match, Liv was ringside, and Bianca and Naomi came out and caused a distraction for Roxanne Perez to get the Pop Rocks to win the match. She qualifies for the Chamber, which is really interesting. She never got called up from NXT, but apparently she's main roster now.
The Code Red.
The Code Red.
Code
the
Red.
Pop Rocks and
the
soda.
Pop Rocks. And so, oh, could you imagine Darby Allin and Roxanne Perez doing at the same time? That's what it would be.
Yeah, that would be. You're right. That'd be pretty cool.
The wrestling moves, of course. Yeah. Pop
Roxanne's
Rocks and
face looks like a
Code
pancake. Red. But
I like Roxanne Perez a lot, though. Like,
she's good in the ring, yeah. But yeah,
I think she's got it all. Like,
she looks like someone
the
hit her in the
confidence
face with
and
a
all
frying pan. Yeah. So, and then finally, the main event: Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the final men's Elimination Chamber spot. I thought Finn Balor was going to win this. I really did. For
a minute, I thought we were going to get that little bit of change up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, could you imagine? It would have made sense. Like Roman coming back and screwing Seth out of the spot, setting up the match for Mania would have made a lot of sense, but Roman didn't show up here. And
maybe Punk's going to call in that favor at Elimination Chamber with Paul Heyman and have Roman come in and cost Seth it there somehow, so he can get over and get to Mania.
Ooh, okay, and then that would set up Roman and Seth at Mania.
Yes, I don't know where that leaves Cena though. Where that leaves Cena? What?
Cena versus Logan Paul at Mania. That's what people are saying. Well,
but I'm not mad at it, honestly. Yeah.
You saying that, I never thought of that. Like it coming down to Seth and Punk. But man, Cena I think should be in the final two in the Elimination Chamber.
It's got to be those three. You would think at the end. I mean, Drew could be in contention there. Punk's definitely putting Logan to sleep after what we saw like that. But
yeah, but yeah, him cashing in the favor to have Roman come in and cost Seth, that really makes a lot of sense.
Right,
really makes a lot of sense. And that was Monday Night Raw. So we have the Elimination Chamber set right now. So for the women's, it's Roxanne Perez, Bayley, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and the returning Alexa Bliss. In the men's, we have Damien Priest, Logan Paul, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, and CM Punk. So tune in next week, and we will have our predictions for that. We both think CM Punk's winning, right?
I mean, we hope so. Or we riot.
Or we strike.
Yeah.
Reality just
we don't
hit you
condone
real quick
that.
there.
Yeah, we don't condone that though. But yeah.
No.
Yeah. We don't do that. We like to go bowling.
That's
and
right.
when we bowl, that's what we do. We strike.
That's right. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Home run.
And that, my friends, was WWE for the week.
Yeah. That's what's up.
That's right.
Can't wait to see what happens going forward with the Elimination Chamber. It's crazy. I mean, you said Liv. You think Liv is going to win? It's possible.
Unofficially.
It's possible. A lot of people are betting on Alexa Bliss. I think Roxanne Perez might have a chance at pulling out some type of upset if they're really trying to push her. I don't know how that looks with her going against Rhea Ripley, though, with Rhea Ripley how she is now. So I guess that doesn't really make sense, but a lot can happen in that time between now. So who knows? Yeah.
Boy, exciting times. And we probably still have 2 unnamed matches for Elimination Chamber, too, because it's usually 5, and we only have 3 right now. So
right,
a lot can happen in the next week. I'm pumped to see, and I think by next Monday Night Raw, it should be set. I don't think they're going to plan a match the night before. But
nah, who are they going to go with? We're going to get a tag team match. We're going to get,
I'd like to see one of the women's mid-card titles, like
mid-card
Lyra
title,
and
yeah, men
Dakota at Elimination Chamber would be nice.
Right, a men or a women's mid-card title, it's very possible.
Or even a tag team title match.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because they did that with the Rumble, so maybe it'll be pretty deadly. Maybe maybe it'll be there. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Can't wait.
Toronto. Yeah. What a hell of a time. What a time to be alive. So much going on. It's amazing. Ecstatic. Over the moon. Couldn't be happier. Yeah.
If you believe that, he'll tell you another one.
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Like you told a lie, but if you believe that, he'll tell you another lie,
Oh, okay. No lie, no lie, no lie. Whatever that song is. I don't know.
Don't ask me no questions, and I won't tell you no lies.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Ringside Renaissance. We appreciate everybody from tuning in.
Yes.
For tuning in, for watching, for participating in the live stream. If you're out there commenting, we appreciate you whenever you watch, wherever you watch from. We love all of you. And yeah. There we go. Yeah. You can do it better. Great job. I appreciate you. Yeah.
A lot of practice.
I can't mute that one. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate you.
Yes,
Thanks.
for sure.
Thanks for having us on the podcast, and letting us represent. We appreciate you. Holy shit. We appreciate everybody. Shout out to Sam's Wrestling. We got some stuff cooking up coming soon. We're going to do that for Across the Pond. And we open. We going to make it happen. I think we're going to do a little pre-show for the Elimination Chamber.
I think I got to work.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
On the weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm on call.
Well, maybe I can make something happen, or we'll do something. We'll figure something out. We will be repping one way or another.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
One way we'll be repping.
One way or another. Yeah. You could. Yeah. You can call in too. Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
without saying much. Yeah.
Put me in a tough spot there.
Yeah. Well, I'm very good at that. So yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. That's pretty deadly, Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace.